Coming up on Look Today, well, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, New York's 21st Congressional District, offered and passed 2 amendments to the House Farm Bill to help combat ecological predators. Plus, the Healing Springs Recovery and Community Outreach Center celebrates 1 year of healing. More on that coming up. And Senator Betty Little will seek re-election. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. On tonight's program, I sit down with Ed Larkin. He's board president for Rebuilding Together Saratoga, and he's here to talk about this important organization and the work that they do in our community. I also sit down with Megan Phaneuf. She's a volunteer, Queensbury United Methodist Church, and we're joined by Lynn Gorham. She's co-owner of the Adirondack Flatline Players, and they're here to talk about an upcoming murder mystery fundraiser. That's an event that's happening tonight and tomorrow at the Queensbury Hotel. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik of New York's 21st Congressional District offered and passed 2 amendments to the House Farm Bill to help combat ecological predators. Well, Representative Stefanik's invasive vegetation amendment adds invasive vegetation to the designated treatment areas for programs for the Healthy Forest Restoration Act. Now, this inclusion will allow governors to work directly with the Secretary of Agriculture to further protect national forests and will help ensure the long-term health and use of our land. Now, this amendment passed by a unanimous vote. Representative Stefanik spoke on the House floor.
Species like kudzu climb our trees and infrastructure and threaten the health and safety of the areas where it uncontrollably spreads. When native trees are threatened, it is not just the ecosystem that is damaged. Local economies, sportsmen, and those that use our land for other forms of recreation all suffer from degraded forest land. Adding this designation increases the effectiveness of Healthy Forest Restoration Act by taking a more encompassing view of the threats facing our forest land. I encourage my colleagues to support this amendment and reserve my time.
Very cool. Okay, in other news, well, Saratoga Springs School District Administrator has been recognized by New York State. Joseph Greco is the District Director of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. You're right, that's STEM. He has been selected as a 2017 and 2018 ACT College and Career Readiness Champion. Now, we were at the administrative offices today, and we spoke to Joe about this important recognition.
It's an acknowledgement of the work that we've really been doing, the Saratoga City School District, over really the past 5-6 years to build a cohesive K-12 program in STEM, but not just focusing just on the content of STEM, but really focusing in on those 21st century skills. Students being able to collaborate, communicate, solve real-world problems, have authentic learning experiences. Those are really all the things that I think is drawing the attention at the state and national level of the things that Saratoga is doing K-12 systemically.
Well said. In other news, here's a good one. Senator Betty Little of the 45th District is going to seek re-election in 2018. Now, she released the statement on Thursday amid rumors that she was considering retiring at the end of this term. Well, at 77 years old, 77 years young, I should say, she sits on 11 committees for the state. Now, she was first elected senator, by the way, in 2002 and has presided over the 45th District ever since. We placed a call to her office today, and we are going to get her here for an interview. All right, switching from news to weather. Today was sunny, a bit on the cool side. Temperatures were hanging in the 60s. Well, let's see how the weekend is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponster with your first look weather update on Look TV. We currently have basically some cloud cover, some shower activity trying to make its way into the Capital District tonight as we see a lot of messy weather, especially east of the Mississippi River and generally north of the Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi border. That tropical low has moved inland and merging in with the stationary front. Here's a entire view of some of that radar imagery moving into parts of the Capital District. You see, we have been dominated by a high pressure system from southeast Canada, but as that stationary front tries to get closer, could we see rain showers out of this? Well, let's take a look at the forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy, 40 the overnight low. We'll have an east wind about 5 or so miles per hour. That's going to go calm. And here come the rain chances. At least 50 to 60% coverage through the early morning hours. Temps hovering in the upper 40s, and we're in for a cool day as well. 56, the best we can do, and could see some heavy rainfall at times. May see at least a half to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Beyond that, more scattered storm chances throughout the weekend as well, so make sure you have indoor plans. Only a 74-degree high on Sunday, then sunshine just for Monday because more shower chances are back in the forecast with highs in the lower 70s. Overnight lows about upper 40s to lower 50s when we get to both Tuesday and Wednesday. That was your weather update on First Look Weather on Look TV. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser saying back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence. Well, that doesn't look very good for the weekend now, does it? All right, back to the news. Well, Healing Springs Recovery Center, Saratoga, is celebrating 1 year of healing. Now, the center is devoted to long-term recovery, different forms of addiction. In celebration of their 1 year anniversary, the center will be holding festivities in High Rock Park in Saratoga all weekend long. Now, we're at Recovery Center today, and we spoke to Fawn Montaigne, site coordinator for the center, about the event.
Tonight is really a celebration of all that we've become with the people who have gotten us there. And then just to make it a little bit more special throughout the weekend, we have activities going around the clock. So anything from coffee connection to beading and painting workshops to how to kick the sugar habit, getting in the driver's seat of your emotions, and we're going to finish the weekend off with a big community barbecue from 1 to 3 on Sunday.
Wow, they're doing good work in the community. Up next, I sit down with Ed Larkin. He's board president for Rebuilding Together Saratoga, and he's here to talk about this important organization and the work that they do in our community. I also sit down with Megan Phaneuf, volunteer, Queensbury United Methodist Church, joined by Lynn Gorham. She's co-owner of the Adirondack Flatline Players, and they're here to talk about an upcoming murder mystery fundraising event that's happening tonight and tomorrow at the Queensbury Hotel in Glens Falls. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. It's Friday, so I want to thank the team, everyone here who makes everything we do possible. And boy, we've been working. I'm telling you, we've been working on a lot of stuff. So ladies first, that would be Antoinette and Dana. But of course we have Andrew, and we have Jack and Joel and Norm and the Bat. Thank you, everyone. A bunch of stuff going on. Friends of the IBA, don't forget, Washington Fairground, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. You won't believe what it's like to see these winter raptor birds and all these animals in person. It's really something. Don't forget the Murder Mystery Queensbury Hotel, major fundraiser for United Methodist Church. And also, over the weekend, there's a Veterans Memorial dedication in Lake George that starts 11 a.m. on Saturday. It's about the monument that they've erected on the southern side of Lake George in the entranceway into the city. And we will be there. We'll also be at IBA, so we'll have reports for you on Monday. One last thing, across the pond, Jonathan Newell's Beatles tribute band is going to be at that real crazy farm theater out there in Fort Edward someplace. Go to the website, you'll find out where it is. It's a great place, way out in the middle of no place to see a band, and of course, across the pond is a great band. All right, that's it. Over the weekend, we got a brand new Beyond the Headlines, brand new Warren Watch. And don't forget, tune in Monday night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.